In the Matrix, Cypher met with Agent Smith and made a deal with him. Nobody from the crew knew what he was doing. Nobody knew that Cypher had met with the enemy. How did Cypher manage to do this in secrecy? Is this a plot hole, or is there an explanation as to how he kept his betrayal a secret? What if I told you that Cypher could have used the woman in red to covertly enter the Matrix? Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
So there are some explanations as to how Cypher kept his meeting a secret, one of which we've already discussed in a past video. It was that he may have had help from another red pill. Maybe the plan to betray the team wasn't just Cypher's. Taking a closer look at the movie, there is one other red pill that seems to miss the pleasures of the simulation. Mouse. Mouse designed the woman in the red dress to help train the recruits. It also served another purpose, one that Mouse openly offered to anyone on the ship that was feeling lonely. Later, Mouse is in the Matrix gawking at a pinup girl. The girl is the woman in red, a model who lives in the Matrix. His desire for this woman is obvious, so perhaps Mouse wanted to make a deal with the machines in exchange for a new life in the Matrix alongside this model. However, Mouse would eventually die, betrayed by Cypher like the other crewmates. Mouse could have helped Cypher enter the simulation in exchange for the new life with the woman of his dreams. Another explanation is found in a scene from Enter the Matrix. Trinity is training with Ghost inside the construct. When they both disconnect, they get up from the chairs on their own. In this scene, we don't see anyone disconnecting Trinity or Ghost. There are no operators nearby, which means that they can't connect and disconnect from the simulation without an operator, at least from the construct. So Cypher could have connected himself to the Matrix. Perhaps the chairs have an automatic device that allows them to jack into the Matrix without the help of another person. Although there would still be the issue of how Cypher was alone on the main deck of the ship when he meets Smith. Therefore, this explanation is invalid. But the explanation that brings us here today is known as the woman in red theory and has been spreading around the internet thanks to a forum user named David. According to David, Cypher used the woman in red to divert attention from the red pills. After Neo meets the woman in red and Morpheus explains to him who the agents of the Matrix are, Mouse offers Neo some alone time with his creation.
So I understand that you've run through the agent training program. You know, I wrote that program.
Here it comes.
So what did you think of her?
Of who?
The woman in the red dress. I designed her. She doesn't talk very much, but if you'd like to meet her, I can arrange a much more personalized milieu.
The digital pimp hard at work.
I pay no attention to these hypocrites, Neo. To deny our own impulses is to deny the very thing that makes us human.
If there is one person who seeks pleasure, it's Cypher.
You know what I realize? Ignorance is bliss.
In fact, in a previous video, we talked about how the same construct could have corrupted Cypher because the memories of the Matrix drove him mad and desperately wanted to reconnect to the Matrix. So how does the woman in red factor into this? Mouse offered Neo to spend some time alone with the woman in red inside the construct. You get the idea of what he is implying. Mouse's offer is open to anyone, so perhaps Cypher took him up on it. Pretty sure no one else on the Nebuchadnezzar wanted to pry in Cypher's alone time with the woman in red. So he has all the privacy in the world, the perfect opportunity, an alibi to sneak into the Matrix and meet with Smith. Yet that still leaves the issue of the operator. An operator is needed to upload a red pill into a program, being the construct or the Matrix. Cypher had to be uploaded to the woman in red program. But how could Cypher enter the Matrix from the construct? The answer could be found in the scene where Neo and Cypher share a drink. Neo scared Cypher, who was alone in the dark playing around on the ship's computers.
Whoa! Neo. You scared the bejesus out of me.
This opens the possibility that Cypher was programming a back door to sneak into the Matrix without the operator noticing. So the plan was that Cypher would ask Mouse for some alone time with the woman in red. Mouse sets up Cypher's private time. He enters the construct and sneaks into the Matrix through the backdoor access it created on the night that he was alone on the ship's computer. Since it was Mouse's program, he served as the operator. He uploaded Cypher to the construct, and like I said earlier, it is unlikely that anyone wanted to bear witness to Cypher's private time. As far as the crew's concerned, Cypher was just blowing off steam, but in actuality, he was plotting their demise. This wasn't the first time that Cypher installed secret doors or tracking programs on the Nebuchadnezzar's computer. At the beginning of The Matrix, while Trinity and Cypher were conversing on the phone, she notices that they're being tracked.
It doesn't matter what I believe.
You don't, do you?
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Are you sure this line is clean?
Yeah, of course I'm sure.
I better go.
Cypher may have enabled a trace on the call so that the enemy could find Trinity while she was watching Neo. Cypher was jealous of Neo. He wanted the agents to find him.
I don't remember you ever bringing me dinner. There is something about him, isn't there?
Don't tell me you're a believer now.
He will later again leave breadcrumbs for the enemy to find his crewmates, dumping his active phone in a trash can near their location so that the agents can capture Morpheus. The woman in red theory works well as a probable explanation as to how no one saw Cypher plotting against them. It is a near-perfect alibi. But do you agree? Did Cypher use the woman in red program to cover his tracks? For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.